The Conflict Armament Research Group has published a study showing large numbers of American weapons ended up in the hands of ISIS fighters. Manila Chan has the story tonight and joins us with more on this. Where are these weapons going and how did this happen, Manila?
You know, Ed, this 200-page report by Carr details a host of ISIS weapons that were largely repurposed from the wars in Iraq and most recently the civil war in Syria. A broad cross-section of materials recovered by the group details a list of more than 1,800 weapons and over 40,000 pieces of ammunition, is the most comprehensive database of the Islamic State weaponry that we have to date. The lead researcher in the study, Damian Spleeters, has now gathered enough evidence that leads him to believe that ISIS may have captured warheads and other anti-tank weaponry from the anti-government militias in Syria. Those weapons, he says, supplied by the United States and Saudi Arabia. So to paraphrase, it seems that ISIS has taken weapons that the U.S. and Saudi supplied to the Free Syrian Army and other similar anti-Assad groups and have repurposed them to fight coalition forces in the Middle East. While manufacturers of those arms include countries like China, Russia, the U.S., and even some EU nations, there is a distinction here between producing and supplying. Now, Carr also found that a number of these weapons had their identifying serial numbers either removed or attempted to be removed or at least obscured. Many items in large quantity appear to have come from bulk buying, which indicate a healthy supply chain to ISIS rather than simply seizing the spoils of war. Now, the researchers have found that ISIS is in possession of advanced weapon systems, which will pose a significant threat to regional and international forces now and later in the future. They've also demonstrated an ability to even alter and manufacture their own sophisticated IEDs and other weapons. So the report concluded that international weapons supplies to factions in the Syrian conflict have, quote, significantly augmented the quantity and quality of weapons available to the Islamic State. So, Ed, while there has yet to be any evidence to show any sort of direct arms deals to ISIS, there is sufficient evidence to show that by arming the FSA or other so-called moderate rebels, for example, those arms have ended up serving to help the terrorists, Ed.
Bottom line, you put those weapons into the region, you don't know where they're going to end up.
That's right.
Thanks, Manila. Appreciate it so much.